Hey babes, it's Lex. Yes, you can do it. You can work during school. Oh, and by the way, as I say, my lovely babes who have been with me from the start, thank you so much. I know I'm coming. Like I'm still, at the beginning, and I'm working on it. But thank you for sticking with me and staying with me, and for my new babes, please like and subscribe because I would love to have you. Like your support is greatly. Siri, I know. Your support is greatly appreciated, and I cannot thank you guys enough. And I just I have so much for the future for you guys. I have so much knowledge to share with you. I have so much, and I can't wait to do it. So like and subscribe and enjoy my time. Yeah, I am driving to clinical. It's about 4 o'clock on a Sunday. Clinical is 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. So that's where I'm heading. But I had just got the spark of an idea to talk to you guys about working while in nursing school and in an ABSN program, because a lot of people ask me is it okay to work? Can you work while in nursing school? Is it a lot? Blah, blah, blah. So I am going to tell you my experience because I work. So what I am going to say.
Exit 35 on the right onto State Highway 695 towards US 6 East.
Thanks, Siri. So what I'm going to say is that at the end of the day, depending on what your needs are in life and where you're at in life, you are going to do what you have to do. So, if you have kids, if you have rent to pay, if you have a car note to pay, you're going to do what you have to do to make sure those bills are paid, make sure those mouths are fed. You're going to do what you have to do. No matter what the circumstances are, you're going to do what you have to do. So, when it comes to having a job in working during nursing school, I feel like you're going to do what needs to be done to get through it. Now, I know people who work a full-time job and have kids and have to work. That's obviously not my case. I don't have kids. I don't, I'm living at home. I don't have much responsibility other than my car note. And, my expenses are crazy because, I spend at least $70 a week on gas and food and, things like that. But I don't have little human beings depending on me. I just have to make sure my car note is paid, make sure I'm fed, make sure that I have gas to get to where I need to go and to get oil changes and things like that. But with that being said, you're going to do what you have to do. Some people don't have to work. Some people don't need to work. But here's what I have to say about that. Good for you. Great. And if you don't have to work, enjoy not having to work before your life gets crazy. I also like having my own money, doing my own things at my own time, not depending on anybody. So I made the decision that I had to work. So my first 2 semesters, I actually didn't work because I took out extra money through my loan, which I wish a little bit of me wishes that I didn't do that, and another part of me I'm just glad that I did it, because during those 2 semesters, those are the first 2 semesters where you're learning how to deal with this program and deal with your time management and what's going on with your program, and because it's very new, it's a new experience, it's a lot. It's very overwhelming in the beginning. So to not have to worry about expenses and to not have to worry about working is great. But if that's what you have to do, you're going to make it work. Because I have people in my program, again, who have kids and who have to work, and they make it work. And honestly, they probably get better grades than I do. It is what it is. If you put your mind to it, you literally can do whatever it is that you have to do. So yeah, my first 2 semesters I did not work. Now, 3rd and 4th semester happened with my loans where I couldn't get any extra money to supply my funds for the last 2 semesters. Okay, so that means that I need to work more, which is fine. Like, some days are rough, but whatever. So I currently work 2 per diem jobs. So I started off, okay, let me say this. I did work the first 2 semesters, but it was with 1 per diem job. I barely got any days in because they never really needed anybody. It was at an assisted living, a small assisted living, where the community was tiny. The staffing was low, but everybody loved their job and they were just doing their job, and I just kind of was needed once a month, maybe once a month, and I would go in, and that would be great. I would go once a month, do what I had to do, leave. That was it. So when my 3rd and 4th semesters came around, your girl needed money. So what did she do? I went out and I got another per diem job. Now, this is perfect when you're in nursing school because you can pick up the days that you're available. Because if anybody knows nursing school, they know that nursing school is not set. It's not a set schedule every week. It's not. Your schedule changes, and it could change last minute, and you have to be where you have to be. So it definitely works out that I have 2 separate per diem jobs. One of them, like I said before, is at an assisted living, so I work as a CNA there, and the other one is at a direct support staff, as a direct support professional, which I pretty much take individuals out into community, individuals with disability, and I help them out into the community and doing community activities and things like that. And that I can pretty much make my schedule a week in advance. So it's very flexible, and it works perfectly with my nursing school schedule because I can just do the days that I'm available. And then for my other job, it's just whenever they need help. They've been needing a lot more help recently because people are out and blah, blah, blah. But that works for me because your girl needs the money. So yeah, some days I'm exhausted. Some days I'm tired. Some days I just don't want to get up and go to work. But you know what? I do it because I know I need the money. And honestly, I know that it'll help me in the long run. And what am I going to say about working in general? Like, I do think that even if you don't have to work, or if you're deciding on what type of job you should get during nursing school, the perfect job is probably something, if you can, and not everybody can, which is okay. But the best job would be as a CNA or something that is related to the field, because you kind of get your feet wet. You get to see certain things, especially while you're learning. I was a CNA before nursing school, and yeah, some things made sense. Some things I got just because I enjoyed medical. But while I'm in nursing school and working in the healthcare field, you associate more things. You're able to understand a lot more things and be like, oh, okay, that's why that happened. I just learned that, or we're learning that right now. That makes sense. So it's very nice to be able to see, certain nursing interventions, especially like, if you're working in the hospital. Because I used to work in the hospital, they couldn't accommodate my schedule, so I ended up switching to the assisted living, especially if you're working in the hospital. So I mean, definitely try, if you can, getting a job in somewhere in healthcare, because you are able to apply some of the things you're learning and make them make sense in reality. You can see them, and it's actually great because it makes you feel good. Like, oh, okay, I know that. Okay, I get that. I get why that's happening. Even though you're not in the nurse's role, you still get to see these certain things, and you can even pick the nurse's brains that work with you if they're nice. 'Cause not everybody's willing, but if they're nice and they're willing, then it's perfect to pick their brains. And
Use the right lane to take exit 35 on the right onto State Highway 695 towards US 6 East.
it's a perfect opportunity to pick their brains and ask them questions. So definitely, like, if you can, and if you're not one of those people who think you can work during nursing school, then like I said, just do a per diem so that you're working once a month or whenever you have the time. It's a little, like I said, for me, it's a little bit more difficult because I have got a 2-hour drive to and from school, so 2 hours each way. So working for me, like, it takes more time out of my life because I have other things that I have to take into consideration. My typical work week would be like, so I have clinical on Monday. I work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, full days. And then I may have to be at school on Friday. and then maybe I'll work Saturday. And again, I can change whatever week. Like last week I went on vacation, so I didn't tell him I told him that I couldn't work that week, and that was fine because I was per diem and I didn't have any obligations to work a certain amount of hours a week. But I can always work more hours if I wanted to. So if I needed more, I could just work more hours. So that definitely works out. And again, you are gonna do what you have to do to get to where you need to be. So if your bills need to be paid, you're gonna work, and you know what? You're gonna suck it up and you're gonna do it. Yes, some days you're gonna be tired. Again, like I said, but when you have to, you never know what you have to do until you have to do it. Until there's no other choice but doing it. So that's honestly where I feel that you'll get to. You will just be like, look, this is what I gotta do. This is what I gotta do to get it done and get through. It's only for me, it's a 16-month program. It's only for 16 months. Bust my butt. I was gonna say the other word. Bust my A for 16 months, and then that's it. You know, especially when you have your eyes on the prize and you know, like I've got 6 weeks left. 6 weeks. 6 weeks left, and I'm done. So like a lot of times where I'm like tired, I'm like, okay, Lex, you can get through 16 months or whatever, 15 months, 14 months. You can get through 6 weeks. Like, so honestly, that's what's keeping me going. Yes, you can do it. You can work during school. You just have to be organized. Stay organized, and you can do it. If you're organized, you know what you're doing, when, and what to do when. You will set your time to do those things when you're not at work and when you're home and you have the time. Again, you're going to do what you have to do, no matter if you have kids or whatever the case is. So that's my take on working during nursing school. My words to you is that you literally can do it, especially if you need the money. Do not let anybody tell you that you can't do something. Don't, because they're not you, and they may be telling you because they don't think they could do it. You are not them, honey. You're not them. You are you, and you are perseverant. Like, you can do it, and you will do it because you have to. And it is what it is. You'll get it done, and then what? You're a nurse. You're happy with where you are with your career. Like, it's only temporary. It's temporary, and that's what I always tell myself. It's temporary. Boom. And then it's done. When it's done, you're going to be happy. You're going to be happy that your bills are paid. You're happy that your kids are fed. You're going to be happy because now you got a better job and you have upgraded on these. Yeah, but you get it. So, again, if you have to work during nursing school, you can do it. You will do it. And I'm happy to answer any questions. And yeah, I hope you guys make it.